Hello everyone, welcome back to Roll. And just before we kick off, I want to say thank you to all of you who have been giving me so much valuable advice through kind of episodes 18, 19, 20, 21. So many excellent comments about little things I'm doing wrong or little things I could be doing better. And all of it in like a good, polite way, no like flaming or calling me trash, which I really appreciate. So we're going to try and do some things today, primarily working on the early game and seeing how I can improve my earning potential through the first 600 or so rolls. So we start with dice number 1. Now let's hop up to our first part of the shop, and I think I'm just going to buy all of this stuff. And the plan is to corral it all onto one number so that in the next tier of the store we can look for add one number to itself. And if we can do that on numbers nearer as close to 50 as possible, we can set those to 99 for relatively little cost, and then we'll be able to build early wealth. So we're going to start off by just buying everything on this tier of shop, going up to the second tier, and then doing a lot more work there. Obviously, we'd love the 16 to roll more than its fair due on our way up to 1750. And 2,301 rolls left is very good. Dice number 2, a refresh in the shop. Now, what do we want? Probably most of the top row. And we'll just keep slamming that onto that one dice that we've been working with. It might be 3 dice that we need to get to before things get to where we need them to be in the shop, but we'll give this a fair shake. Because the multipliers on cardinal directions aren't going to do us too much worth when there's so few things going on, so few dice to actually impact. I don't think at this stage we want any of this for its particular cost, so let's try one free reroll. We could put a weight on the one big number that we're generating. And once it gets to 50, we can start focusing on a different face. But I'm wondering if we want to go to 3 dice and then start looking at the upgrades on that tier. Maybe that's what I'm thinking about incorrectly. Let's do one more here. Add a reroll, add a +1. Yeah, I think we're going to go to 3rd tier shop. Then see what we can get going after that. I'll take an 8 and replace a 1 with it. Right, I don't want to lock anything. I'm not interested in individual rerolls. So let's go to shop upgrade number 2. See what we can get going here. So 6 incrementers 6 half incrementers would be good, but what would be really good is if we buy a 99D incrementer, whilst we have exactly enough money for an incrementer, we can buy this at 99 and just keep it at 99, which seems worth doing. We can also add a face value to itself. We didn't quite get to 50 here, we only got to 40. But unless we want to re-roll, we're not going to be able to get that changed right now. So for a start, I will take the 17 and the 34 and just put those on some of our faces so they can be generating more value than ones. Then let's get this 99. And we'll stick that here. And then we'll get 1 incrementer for that dice. So it will tick down slightly, but it only managed to get to 94 before we have it going back up again. So that's just going to keep making value for us. We'll then put a 3x on that, so that it's going to be worth 297. We'll add the 40 to itself. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. And do I want 6 incrementers somewhere else? Let's see how many rolls it takes from 1885. 50 rolls exactly. So we'll get that going over on this right side. And then we'll spend a reroll. Right, we can add a face value to itself again. We've got a 2x and a single incrementer. Let's put the +9 somewhere. In fact, let's not put the 9 somewhere. 42 plus 9 is 51, and then we can add that to itself. So we'll do the 42, then the +9, then add it to itself to get another 99. And those are going to grow of their own volition, so we'll do one over here. This definitely has a lot more going on in the mid-game doing it this way. And 51 will have added to itself. Then I suppose we'll put a 2x on that. Take a 32, put that somewhere. Here, I guess. And then this is going to be replaces a die face of your choice with a single face multiplier. When rolled, this face will have the value of your highest roll times 5. So if we put that probably on that center die, it can do 99 times 3 times 5. Although if we put it over here, it can do 99 times 2 times 5, 32 times 5, 80 times 5. And that's half of this dice, whereas this is only one face of this dice. So there's probably a mathematically correct way to go here, but I'm going to go with this. Then I'm going to skip a single incrementer for now. Die quantity multipliers I'm not worried about. Let's reroll again. So again we have an add face value to itself. We have a +9 and a +1 and a 50% lottery die, which we'll pick up now for possible future considerations. Let's stick that here. Right, I'll take a +1 and a +9. And we'll stick that on this 32 and then double that probably, because these are going to keep increasing anyway. So we'll double that 42. It's not a perfect doubling, but I'll take it. That's a rebate that I'm not worried about. Replace the die face of your choice with a die quantity multiplier. We don't want those. Alright, let's reroll again. A 2x is good. We'll stick that on something big. And then a 5x face multiplier will also probably take. Let's take these cheaper numbers first. So if this 5x is going to be multiplying the other dice, I'll make this one in the center larger all round. Then 2x. No, let's do the 3x and the 5x first. We'll put those both on that left-hand side dice to reflect the larger numbers on the die on the right. Then we want 2x on one of the bigger numbers in the center. And then we really want to start seeing some 2x all 6 faces rerolls. Add a face to itself, a 3x. Stick that one here, I guess. Adding a face onto itself. We could shoot this up to 99 immediately. We can put this up to 70. Let's double this. Don't think we need those now. None of that central row is really going to replace anything too impactful. These are growing. This 6 is much of a muchness. So I think we're probably looking at time to upgrade our shop. I'll take another single face multiplier for that left-hand side dice. But of course, we'd rather have a 10x over a 4x. We will add... We'll take the 4x on the 17 in the middle. That's happening on the left die, isn't it? Yep. So this left die is just going to clone the things on the right hand side to much larger values, which I'm grateful for. I'm going to stick a 3x. I'm actually going to stick it on this 70 and then double the 70 up to 99 as well, I think. Because 3 times 99 is going to be worth way more than 3 times 31. Or a 99 and a plain 70. Right. A +1. I should have done this before I doubled, because then it would have been worth +2. Alright. I think it's time to invest in a shop upgrade. What do you guys think? Am I generating value at this point way faster than I was in my previous runs? The value of all numeric faces divisible by 5 will be increased by 1000%. Well, the stuff on the right is incrementers. We got 85 here and 80 there. 5 up here. For 26,000. It's quite a lot. We almost certainly want a 10x on something. 16k again. It's a lot of money. Replaces a face of your choice with a lottery face. When rolled, this face has no value, but has a % chance to be worth all dice times the multiplier. This does not apply to wilds or faces which multiply the entire roll. This effect occurs after all bonuses are applied. So one of you lovely folks told me that really I should be putting these all on the same dice if I have multiple of them, because they can't influence one another, and so it's better to have them centralized into one location so they're not losing out by rolling pairs of these. So let's put a 10x on something. Not too expensive. I'm actually going to put a +8. I was going to consider breaking these, but actually let's keep them on their divisible by 5-ness right now. One more roll to afford a 10x. Where are we going to put that? Probably replace this 2x on the 99, because that's worth way more than making a 39 10x and having the 99 stuck at 2x. Right, I'm gonna get the lottery face multiplier and start stacking that top dice that's not got anything happening on it with lottery faces. And I'm going to buy this passive because it shouldn't be too many rolls. We go from 43 to 10, so that's 33 rolls to get this. Triples increase. When you roll triples, all numeric value on dice will be increased by 2. This I'm less interested in because that's just going to turn smaller numbers into 99s over time. So we'll take a refresh. Void is very interesting. While you have less than 6 dice, all dice will be rolled 2 additional times. Right now, that is great. We need that immensely because right now none of our stuff is re-rolling. And to have everything re-roll twice means we generate 200% more income. We'll take a 5x. Probably start considering putting stuff on this die over here. Now these numbers are getting much larger. And I will take the primes. Just as stuff is incrementing on that right hand side, a lot of the higher numbers will go through primes. And then that's a passive that can't show up again later. Place a die face of your choice with a void face. When rolled, this face will have no value. When this face is not rolled, it multiplies the value of the rolled face by 2. Consumes all existing weights on a die. The die with a void face cannot be weighted. We probably want that because that gives 5 dice the chance to be worth 5 faces to be twice as much value for 1 face being no value. Question is, where do we put it? And is the correct answer here? I think it is right now. Because all of these have a chance to make, like, this face can be worth 3 times this, which is worth 990, which can then be doubled. So do we even get rid of this 99 and just have the other faces going? I think we do. Then add a previous roll multiplier to a die face of your choice. When rolled, this face will have the result of the previous result times 2. This effect cannot repeat. This effect cannot multiply the result of a total roll multiplier or the result of a wild face. The second of 2 consecutive previous rolls will be 0, cannot repeat. This effect cannot multiply the result of a roll total multiplier. So that doesn't work out on our left-hand side dice, I think, because these are roll total no, these are face multipliers, not roll total multipliers. So we probably want this somewhere. Do we want it also on this dice, or is that going to ruin us 33% of the time? Do we instead put it on whichever number of these is lowest, or even on this 39 here? Let's do that. Right, I don't care for more incrementers or weights. I don't need a 4x face multiplier. I think, although it's probably better up on that top die that's doing nothing than the die face that we have there right now. Then a reroll, I think. Factor 18 multiplier we definitely want while we have fewer than 18 dice, basically. Especially while we're working with 4 dice rather than 5. That's going to give us a times 4 multiplier. We could set everything on 1 dice to be the same. Right now, though, we could just have these guys accelerate up to 80. It's basically the only numerical value that's worth changing, because we don't want to make everything up here 6. 60,000. How long is that going to take? Let's take the 3x face and put that up top as well. Especially when we can afford it so quickly. Then I'll take the +6 and the +7s. Right, so what were we looking at? All numeric faces with a value of less than 13 will be re-rolled an additional time. Well, we're rolling everything twice already, so I don't think we need that as urgently. Let's take another refresh. We've got more lottery faces. We don't want big spender. We'll put this up on that top dice. Put this lottery face somewhere, if that's what we're gonna tech into later. Lotto die adder. Replace the die face of your choice with a lotto die adder. Every 100 times this face is rolled, adds a die with lottery faces. So if we were to buy this now, we would be committing to losing out on our less than 6 die 2 times reroller. And what we would probably do is buy this, put a weight on it, and then have it double reroll. So since this has been an experiment in the early game, we might as well run an experiment in the late game as well. So where are we going to put this? If we want these faces to appear more often, we probably just dump one of these faces right now, so it's going to be the 44. Then we want that guy to reroll at least twice, preferably 3 times, but we'll take what we can right now, and we're going to put a weight on it to try and get it to roll 100 times faster. Don't think I need any of that stuff. Let's take one more reroll at this level, since it costs us so few rolls. There's another lotto die adder and another heavy weight. So numeric bonuses with a number less than 13 is no interest to us now compared to everything else that we have going on. So let's get the lotto adder as early as possible. And that was pretty quick. Actually, I'm going to buy this lotto die because that's already here. I'm tempted to buy two dice with all ones on them, just so that I have somewhere to put other things, like this stuff. We could even get all the ones to be worth 500% more, although that's a tiny amount, although all the ones could then be worth 100% more as well. So why not? We're in a world of experimentation today. We're generating decent early cash. So we'll take this first, because we want to roll as many of those as possible, as fast as possible. And then eventually we're just going to work on having as many lotto faces and lotto re-rollers as possible. So this is going here, and then we're going to put a heavy weight on it. And then the only die adders that we have are lottery die adders. So I'll take a 10x and improve something somewhere else so that we're generating a bit more value. There's another lottery die. 10x somewhere. I'm going to do it on this center dice just because this is weighted, these don't have brilliant numbers on them. So we'll stick that on here. Then what else do we want? Probably want these passives, because a lot of times we're just going to be rolling pairs of ones now. I'll take the less than 13 just because of all the other ones that we have. I'll take a +8. We can put that somewhere on that central dice. Make that a 99. Single face multiplier we'll take, because that middle dice so frequently has a giant single face for us to clone. I'll take that 6th spot there. And I think it's time for another reroll. I'm wondering at what point do I really want to change up to the next shop upgrade level. I'm going to get glue. And I'm going to get glue on this reroll die face. Because as much as the ones can make pairs and stuff, I just want to keep making lottery dice. Incrementer, swap positions, stuff I'm not so worried about. I could put a 97 somewhere on one of the dice that's all ones, and then set all those faces to be 97. I think that's going to generate more value for us than just having a bunch of ones. How many rolls for a 1/4 mil right now? About 40. Right. Don't need a no 99s bonus. Don't need a less than 13 reroll bonus. Let's take one more reroll. Shop refresh adder, lottery faces. The value of all numeric faces will be multiplied by 5. We don't want that. The value of all numeric faces divisible by 2 will increase by 100. We don't have too many of those. 5x's won't hurt up on this top left die. We've lost all the bonus that we would have now for our... Oh no, everything's getting doubled by the 18 factor multiplier whilst we still have 9 dice left. But that will become redundant soon. There's 2 more lottery dice. Let's put another lottery face. Where are we going to put that? Down here, I guess. Should probably buy a couple more bog standard die just so we have places to put things. So let's add a die with numbers 1 through 50. What harm can that do? Right, we're down to nearly 1,000 rolls now, so let's get on to our last shop upgrade. Number of prime faces will be increased. Triples increase. Heavyweights 10x. 2 dice that are all ones. Die rebate face. We could take a modified dice here, then the 99D incrementer, then set them all to be the same. But I think that's just going to be some short-term value rather than long-term value. I think what we want at the moment is better passives and more opportunities at rerolls. All single face multipliers will now target your 2 highest scoring die. We definitely want that because we have a lot of single face multipliers right now. And we have a lot more lottery faces being introduced. Yeah, we have a lot of lottery dice now. I'm wondering, we only actually have like 2 dice that this greatly impacts, so I might not buy it, and I might hedge on looking for more lottery passives or passive hunters. When a lottery face is re-rolled, it is twice as likely to be successful. That we definitely want. We definitely want this stuff as well. Here's a plain old dice down here. %20 at 1/4 of all the worth, but we can probably put that on the die where it shares that type of value. So we'll stick that here instead. We'll get rid of this. We'll keep those. Right, we definitely want lucky rerolls. And with how many clovers we're going to have on any individual chance, 150% chance lottery success for 100. 30% chance success. So the clovers are really impacting a lot of stuff right now. So now we want to see the really big lottery faces. It's pretty expensive as it goes. We've just burned through kind of 300 rolls just to get this passive. When a lottery face is re-rolled, it's twice as likely to be successful. Yahtzee increases I don't want. Triples, major increases. 5 times previous roll is not bad, but I wouldn't know where to put it right now. Your 3 highest scoring die faces will have the results multiplied by 10. Everything else will be cut in half. I think that's bad when you have so many dice. Lottery bonuses 800%. Yes, although it's 1.7 million, so it's going to be expensive to get there. But if we can get there quickly, absolutely worth it. It's just a sea of clovers out there, isn't it? So 800% extra on our lotteries. We just don't have the big lottery faces that we want. We could take a 77 somewhere, because if we can get the 77 lucky, that will have a disproportionate impact given how many lottery faces we have. Question is, where do you put it? Wildly enough, I think we replaced the 97s with 77s. Should have done one of the peripheral ones first. But that's fine. This is probably too much. We're very borderline now. So now we want the passive to make that work. Add previous rolls to rolls. Yes, every single time. 1.3 million. No 99s, top 3 again. Die quantity, face, single face multiplier, doubles bonus. So what we've been lacking here, I think, are the very large value lottery faces. Without them, we haven't been able to get the really big stuff for value. We've got lots of stuff for increasing our odds and having our lotteries pay out reliably. We just haven't had the big lottery faces to do that. But it was certainly an interesting experiment. Single set of a kind. Numbers less than 13. Lottery, void face, 6 times rerolls. Add face value to itself. Yeah, we got close to something wonderful here. But it's nice to know that there are other ways of going about things that aren't just 5 dice. It's just that we haven't seen those really big value lottery faces. There's one, finally. Freaking expensive. What we can certainly do is put a heavy weight on it somewhere. Where are we going to put it though? Are we going to put it here with the void underneath it? Or are we going to put it on the 10x? Put it on the 10x. We need to find a heavyweight. I'm actually going to put this on... Oh, we have a 50% on that one, so if we got the guaranteed rigged machine, that would be fine. So we'll just stick this here then. I'm going to skip that, take the free reroll. Square numbers, double highest dice is definitely worth it. It's just a bit late for it. I'm just going to turn on the blobs for a little moment. See how things are looking. So we want to see a giant blob come out of that 77777. But even with 5.5%, lottery failed. But with so many clovers, a 5% is a 1 in 20. It's not bad. I just want to see it go once. This is why you need heavy weights. There's not going to be anything we can do with our last 20 rolls to facilitate this, is there? There is a heavy weight. I'll stick that on there. And just hope that something beautiful can happen here at the end. So many 5% chances, 4% chances, no payouts for us. Well, it was an interesting experiment. I definitely learned a lot about scoring more in the first kind of 700 rolls before you commit to any kind of plan. But again, thank you to all of you who have taught me little things about what's going on with the different die faces and the different strategies. I really appreciate it. I look forward to more of these. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.